New this morning on GMAT and back in East Texas, several agencies are expressing their condolences after the death of an East Texas police chief. Last night, Van Police posted that Chief of Edgewood Police, David Hammond, had passed and that his end of watch was Monday. Different departments around Van Zandt County have been sending their prayers to the Hammond family, saying he was a dedicated man to law enforcement for decades.